issue. We are in the darkness, and how long is this going to take before it's resolved?
Well, look, as you know, we don't rest. We are communicating with our neighbors Pluto recently, and we got some power. The South African transaction accessing. The point that needs to be understood is that given the critical stage where we are, our primary concern is ensuring that there is sufficient power to ensure that there is productivity. Of course, we need power within the domestic houses. So as a nation, our priority must be to ensure that there is productivity. But we are not stopping. These are short-term measures that we're engaged in. But going forward, medium to long term, we need investment in the country. And I think you heard the President speaking about a cost-reflective tariff. That has been one of the major issues that has disabled us from ensuring that we get power, because
but the same cost tariff means that ZESA is going to be way too expensive beyond the reach of many, which is a problem there.
Yes, but also you need to be practical about this. You can't import power and sell it at less than the cost of importing it. And really, we had a review recently, but I think it's quite clear from the speech by the President that we really need a cost-reflective tariff. It makes business sense. ZESA is a very important utility in this country. It's too big, it's too important to fail. And if you combine the failure by consumers generally to pay for the power that has been consumed, I've been making a lot of noise around the 1.2 billion that ZESA is worth. Many companies, if they are owed 10 million, shut down.
And government is one of the major entities that owes ZESA. What are you doing about it?
That's not true. Government is fully paid. Government is fully paid.
To the RTGS tune now. They used to owe way longer than that in the USD value. What have you done with that?
Government has paid. What else do you want them to do? They have paid. It's you and me who are not paid. And let me also help you by addressing the question of prepayment. Prepayment is prospective. You are paying for power that you would like to consume, right? Debt is retrospective. People have consumed power and they've not paid. And that has created a huge debt over a big hole for ZESA. We are very serious in wanting to ensure that ZESA is solvent, it's a proper business. That is important for at least two reasons. The first one being that it's a key motivator for external investors to come and invest here, because they want to know whether ZESA will be able to pay them. Now, if ZESA does not have the capacity to collect meaningful amounts from consumers, how will investors in this sector be able to be paid? So that's a very critical step in.
Speaking of this,
let me finish the second point. Is simply that it makes business sense. We can't have a utility which imports power, generates power, but is not paid for it, and we still expect it to provide power endlessly. It doesn't make sense. So those issues have got to be resolved. The statement by the president is a critical step towards resolving the challenges that ZESA is facing.
Your sentiments towards the ZESA management as far as the whole electricity issue is concerned, speaking especially in mind with the weakness contract, what are your sentiments about this whole situation as far as our local capacity to manage ZESA?
Well, availability of power is heavily dependent on good governance of the utility, and we're working with that. You may be aware that we've advertised for board members to apply, those who wish to apply. Zimbabweans of experience and integrity should be in situ at ZESA as a board, and then they will address the issues that are there. Our government is very strong on the need to be transparent and professional. That's why we're dealing with issues of corruption, and we want to ensure that procurement within ZESA is of international standards. Once we do that, we'll be able to attract any investor from any country.
Are we able to honestly sustain? We are collecting some few RTGS balances as far as the size of business is concerned. And we, as you already said, that we have a huge debt in as far as what we owe previously. Do you find us one day to be in a position where we're going to be able to stop digging our own holes?
I can assure you, my vision is very clear on ZESA and the power situation in this country. In fact, from where I am right now, I can see a brightly lit Zimbabwe with lots of power that we
When is this? You are seeing, how far are you seeing from now?
Do you want a date and time?
Yes, years. Very soon. Which year? This year, in weeks, months? What are you talking about?
Very soon. I think let's be practical. You can't ask me to say on which day.
Not exactly the date, but are we talking of months or are we talking of years?
Very soon. What's your definition of very soon? Extremely soon. We'll work effectively, manufacture time every day to make sure that we deal with everything that needs to be done. There's lots of interest in our country by investors to come. And all of us work together to happen yesterday.
We have got some power stations going up and down as far as government efforts is concerned. Do you think that we are doing enough to make sure that these stations are getting high priority in the budget? And how many so far actually functional? Because you recently said some have gone down that have been working.
Well, look, it's breakdowns. It's like a vehicle that breaks down. These considerably old, and they need constant maintenance. But we do have a plan. The best plan that we have got is to ensure that we build investment in the energy sector. And that will assure us we need a good mix of sources of energy so that we manage the risks that we're experiencing at Kariba, which is slightly above 17%. So I have no clue, that I have no doubt at all that we are going to resolve the issue.
Do Do you think the biggest problem is just the water capacity at 70%, which is affecting us? According to your own analysis, do you think that is the biggest problem where we are in these situations? Without the water situation, it would be okay as far as our power
Look,
is concerned?
if Kariba was at 100%, we'll be able to use it more. But at 17%, we cannot expect it to.
Why are we not making more dams than in the past period? Why are we just relying only on Kariba to generate?
No, it's not about dams. It's about the strategy to have more power being generated. We have lots of sun.
Definitely.
Right? We have wind.
Yes.
We have gas.
Yes.
And so those are the things that we're working.
But we are not doing that.
No, we are.
Zimbabwe is the largest sun in Africa.
Do you work in my ministry? Do you work in ZESA? Do you know what we are doing?
I wish I could know exactly more
So
what
you
you're doing.
can't say we are not doing anything. We're doing plenty of stuff. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Minister. Of course, you heard the Honorable Minister. They're saying that they are doing a lot as far as the energy sector is concerned. But of course, the question was more directed into what we have been doing in the past time as far as making sure that we do alleviate Zimbabwe from the current power shortages. What have we been doing as a country in the past years? If we are doing something right now, why have we not been doing it in the past few years? These were the questions that have been trying to push through with the Minister of Energy as far as this issue is concerned. So now what we're going to be doing is we'll try and cross over to some more members of parliament to just try and get to have a bite from them in the next few minutes. Ciao. Put wheels and move. And of course, we do thank you so much for taking much of your time to do join us live right here. We are still at the Parliament of Zimbabwe, and we are so much excited to have a Senator Committee with the Movement for Democratic Change. Thank you so much, Honorable, for having your time to have us right here.
Sure, thank you so much.
Right, so the State of the National Address, this is an event that many Zimbabweans look out to. In your own understanding, I think more importantly, for the first time ever, the MDC has managed to sit down through and you were listening. What changed your perception and your strategy?
It's not sit in the parliament. The MDC does not recognize the presidency. Mr. Mnangagwa. There is a conflict between MDC alliance and the presidency.
I thought I saw some of your members walking in during the procession. I thought they were also part of it.
They were part of the process. But we do respect the Parliament as an institution, respect the Speaker of Parliament as our Speaker, and we are part of the Parliament institution. Our difference only comes when we are being faced with the Mnangagwa. So we're challenging the presidency on any other thing to do with Parliament. Will abide by it. But when it comes to the legitimacy of President Mnangagwa, that's where we are concerned.
So were you in there during the initial procession or you were not in there?
We were in during the initial procession, but as soon as he started to speak, we had to leave.
Okay.
Yes.
So all of the MDC MPs and senators, they walked out?
Yes, yes, of course. We are one party. We believe in one strategy, one vote, and one command. And until the issue of legitimacy is dealt with, we will continue to expose the legitimacy.
Do you think that this government is going to be able to look into this demand or this issue, so to say?
It is their choice. We chose the route of non-violence. We don't want to be violent in order to pay our demands ahead. We always choose peaceful means, non-violent means, democratic means, and this is one of the ways that we use to communicate.
Right, we just want to understand, as far as this issue is concerned, how long do you think the MDC will wait till this issue is rectified? Because many people are asking, how long will the MDC take as far as this is concerned?
This is part of the struggle. It's a marathon. We cannot give it time. Time is determined by the respondent, who is Emerson Mnangagwa in this country. If they so choose to ignore, the war will continue until we achieve what people in Zimbabwe want. We want to deal with the issues that affect the people of Zimbabwe. Look at the country, look at Zimbabwe. We don't have money, we don't have employment, we don't have water, we don't have electricity. We got nothing really in this country. All the services that are supposed to be provided by the government to the people of Zimbabwe are not there. And this is why we are doing what we do. MDC is concerned with the failure of the government to provide the services. We're in a failed state because all the basic fundamental services that are supposed to be given to people, they are not there in this country. So we cannot be part and parcel of the government which is failing to provide service to the people. We are unique in the way we do because we want to show the people of Zimbabwe that we are concerned with their issues. For us to sit before a person who is failing to deliver and listen to the person who is failing to deliver will not the people of Zimbabwe will not benefit anything. So it's simply expressing whatever we're doing it on behalf of the people of Zimbabwe.
Do you get worried that Zimbabweans have a culture of adapting and getting used? Does it not worry you that slowly Zimbabweans are getting used to know electricity, they're getting used to know water, they're getting used to know transport, they're getting used to their balance accounts being diminished, they're getting used to inflation, and that may also make you irrelevant. Does that also worry you?
We will continue to provide leadership. That's our to make the progress, to make sure that the people who won't get used to poverty, to the suffering, to the economic crisis, will always be the advocates to make sure that the people will understand that they're supposed to have a better life, they're supposed to have good hospitals, they're supposed to have good roads, they're supposed to have enough electricity, they are supposed to have potable, clean water, they're supposed to have all the basic services that is supposed to the country. They must be, we will conscientize them to know that they must not get used to what is happening at the moment. At the moment, this is not Zimbabwe that we know. This is the worst Zimbabwe that we've ever come across since our creation in 1980. We've never had such kind of difficulties. The people of Zimbabwe have never suffered like this. And it's us, MDC, as a party, who will have to make sure that these issues are resolved. We will stand with the people's issues. We will advocate for the people's issues. We will sacrifice our lives for the people's issues. We will sacrifice our leisure and pleasure for the people's issues. So MDC is identified with the people's issues.
Do you have a timeline? Are people going to wait for the next election? Do you have a timeline where this can be delivered to the people as far as you can see?
No, we actually need we need an early election to deal with the issue of the legitimacy of the president. It was challenged. Yes, of course, the Concord ruled in favor of the president. But the question in Zimbabwe is not a legal issue. The question in Zimbabwe is a political issue. The people of Zimbabwe do not accept what's happening. That's why there's no cooperation in Zimbabwe. That's why there's no development in Zimbabwe. That's why there's no peace in Zimbabwe. It's because the president who is ruling this country is legitimately there.
Honorable Commissioner, we thank you so much, Senator, for having our time with us right here.
Thank you
fully
so much.
appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so there you have it, viewers. That's the Senator Honorable Morgan Committee, who has been also passing through his sentiments as far as this whole issue is concerned. I know he has been stating a plethora of things. I think interestingly, one of the issues that he has just mentioned, he said that the MDC members of Parliament and Senate and senators walked out as soon as the President Emerson Mnangagwa walked in. They say that they do acknowledge and they do respect the Parliament and the whole system as it is, but they did not recognize, neither do they respect or acknowledge the presidency of Emerson Mnangagwa. That's the reason why then we saw at the just as soon as he came through. That's why they said that they walked out. Well, we had seen a few of the members of our parliaments walking away, and we actually assumed that they, for the first time ever, they've listened through. But as you've already heard from our Senator Committee, they were not part and parcel of the whole procession as far as the SONA, the State of the Nation address was concerned, because they're saying that they do not recognize the legitimacy of the president. So this is it. This is what we have from here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for taking your time. It's been a very long day right here at the Parliament of Zimbabwe. A few minutes back, of course, you've been with us watching the full address by President Emerson Mnangagwa. My name is Tonio. It's been a pleasure. We gotta cut it off now. It's been a very much long day. Thank you so much for taking your time to join and being with us live right here. It is ciao, www.techmec.tv on YouTube. Remember to like, hit the subscribe button if you're watching us on YouTube. If you're watching us live right now on Facebook, of course, do go ahead and hit the like button and also subscribe. And as well, follow us on Twitter. I'm out. It's ciao for now. Goodbye. Adios.